And now we are over here ready for some soccer action. We'll get the starting lineup for the Wildcats. Between the posts will be the freshman Natasha Copair. Back three of Anna Grace Deacle, Emily Wittenkamp, and Walker Rodney. The holding mid will be Allie Schimper. The two attacking-minded mids, Freddie Nilsson as well as Alexis Connard. Out on the left side, Holly Jones. Out on the right, Chloe Ezel. And the two strikers up top for the Wildcats tonight, Abby Badarak and Haley Alvarez. So the Wildcats went with the 3-5-2 their last time out against Itawamba. Found a 4-0 win here in Poplarville, so they will look to continue much of the same. Wildcats have made their way out on the pitch. They are ready to go. Gulf Coast finishing up on talking a few things. Looking at the statistics for the Wildcats, two names sit at the top of three names even sit near the top of the goal scoring chart. Leading the way, Freddie Nielsen and Abby Badarak, 11 goals each. Holly Jones nearby with 5, but she leads the team in assists with 13 this year. Haley Alvarez has also pitched in 7 goals and 6 assists of her own between the posts for the Wildcats. Again, Pearl River coming in 10-3-2 on the year, 7-1-1 here at home, 8-2-1 overall in conference play. Of course, a little score update that we got earlier. Itawamba defeats Jones in their quarterfinal match, so the Indians advance, defeating the Bobcats of Jones. So Jones is out of the quarterfinals, so we will see how that shapes up. Of course, I believe the winner of this one I think the winner of this one takes on Northwest next. I think that's how this works. But we are underway here in Poplarville as Badarak gets us started, sends it back to Wittenkamp. Wittenkamp, the sophomore out of Denmark, knocks it over to the other sophomore, Anna Grace Deacle. Wildcats, of course, like to knock things around the back a little bit until they find something they prefer and see favorable on the attacking front as Connor knocks it back towards Emily. So again, following this one, we'll have men's action between the Wildcats and Meridian. Diego makes his way home, and the ball is sent way out of play, over and behind. I think it might have made its way over to the softball field even. Throw for the Wildcats. Ezel takes it quickly. Of course, Ezel occupying more of the right midfield role today as she will try to knock through Badarak, knocked down. Will trickle back towards the Bulldogs, and I think we have an injury on the Bulldog that initially headed the ball down. Just wanted to make sure she was okay, so we'll have a drop ball. Drop it in front of the keeper. Keeper tonight for the Bulldogs will be Laurel Conley, freshman out of Ocean Springs. Ball went out of play on the far side for a throw for Pearl River. Jones gets it in to Badarak, knocked away. Deflects off of Jones, flicked towards the middle by Nielsen and into the arms of the keeper. As I don't think that was a shot by Nielsen. It was an acrobatic effort. Ball popped towards midfield. Knocked down by Schimper. Nielsen couldn't get a clean touch. And a foul against Badarak as when she extended to get to the ball. Ended up making contact with a Bulldog. Defender hit the deck. And the foul was whistled. So free kick taken, knocked towards the far post, headed away by Wittenkamp. Rodney will pop it up towards the boundary line, goes out of play. Nielsen could not keep it in play. Throw for Gulf Coast. Yeah, I think they're going to whistle the foul on a free kick, potentially. Anyway, Wildcat ball. Not quite sure. And an errant pass by Schimper takes a deflection. Nielsen gets to it, knocks it back to Rodney. Rodney back towards Wittenkamp. Wittenkamp plays it back to Copair. Natasha back over to Amelie. Back to Copair. Out wide to Deacle. Bulldogs pressing a little bit here. Wanted to go over the top for Alvarez. Knocked away. Will find the feet of Nielsen. Nielsen taps it towards Batterack. Batterack will try to get onto the end of it. Takes a deflection. Abby Batterack, and she will be shouldered off the ball. And that'll go out of play for a goal kick. A hefty shoulder check on Batterack. No whistle. Folks, I'd be remiss if I didn't remind you, don't forget, set your clocks tonight. Or else, if you wake up for church in the morning, you will find that you are not, in fact, on time. So again, don't forget, set your clocks back. Wildcats with the ball. Ball will find its way all the way back to Copair. Wittenkamp threading the needle, finds Alvarez. Out wide to Deacle. Forward for Ezel. Ends up finding Alvarez again. Back towards Deacle. Back to Wittenkamp. Out wide for Rodney. Walker going to cut towards the middle. Now play it back out towards Deacle. Forward for Batterack, and it'll be launched away by a defender. Off the head of Rodney, out of play on the far side for a throw. Millie Jeb Gear, the freshman for Gulf Coast, has stifled the Wildcats on forward moves so far. Throw in. Flicked forward by Jones, out of play. Throw is in. Nielsen dispossessed. Gets a foot in there for a deflection. Cross towards the middle. Headed away by Ezel. Bulldogs keep possession. Takes a deflection off Alvarez's foot. Alvarez is going to get onto the end of it. Alvarez storming down the line. And she will be dispossessed. Ball trickles back towards Ezel. Forward for Alvarez. Knocks it inside. Maybe thought Ezel was going to cut towards the middle. Jones wins the ball. Still Jones with it. Taps it back towards Connor. Back to Nielsen. Out wide to Deacle. Tried to knock it out to Ezel. Connor gets it. Scoops it back towards Rodney. Was going to try to knock it out wide towards Jones. Ends up rolling all the way out of play. Kept in play. Knocked forward. Wittenkamp couldn't get to it. Deacle couldn't get her off the ball. Deacle closes out. Inside to Connard. And Connard will turn it, pass it to Alvarez. Alvarez forward for Batterack. Abby Batterack turns, knocked inside, and dispossessed. Down the line they go. Deacle right to her. Back towards Copair. And Natasha chips it towards Ezel. Ezel gets a touch. Keeps it in play. Down the line for Alvarez. Chested down. And kicked out of play for a Pearl River throw just in front of us here. Wildcats have had some runs down the flank. They've just not been able to get someone in the middle. Sub 4, Pearl River. Nielsen checks out. Marika Faber checks in. They'll move Ezel inside. Put Faber out on the flank. Marika, the sophomore out of the Netherlands. Chested down by Connard. She'll play it back to Marika. Back forward for Connard. Back out wide for Faber. Forward for Alvarez. Alvarez, good hold-up play. Knocks it inside. Tried to find Bacharach. Ball eventually makes its way to Faber. Knocks it inside to Connard. Lexi back towards Schimper. Out wide to Deacle. Forward for Faber again. Marika down the line now. Towards the middle, looking for Bacharach, and it'll be knocked wide and out of play for a goal kick. Bacharach trying to go for the acrobatic. Quick drop kick by Conley to get play restarted. Deacle gets onto the end. The headed ball. Faber to Connard to Deacle. Forward for Faber again. Knocked off of a Bulldog player out of play. Another throw. Faber drops it right to the feet of Deacle. Going to throw it, sling it inside. Knocked away. Schimper wins possession for a moment, but it's cleared over the head of Wittenkamp. Amelie taken down from behind. Play restarted quickly. And a very thought they had stopped it when Connard's feet got kicked for a moment, but I think a Bulldog might be bleeding a little bit. So they'll have to jog out, look at her, and she'll have to come off. Hope she's okay. When they originally whistled it dead, I thought they were about to call a foul, as Connard did get her feet kicked instead of the ball. But so checking out for Gulf Coast will be Haley Moore. They'll look at her on the sideline. Zipporah Oswald checks in. Stiggs coming in for the Wildcats as Alvarez checks out. Allie Stiglitz, the sophomore out of Oak Grove. Schimper. Out wide for Faber. Goes Deacle. Faber flips the field over to Walker Rodney. Freshman out of Sumrall. Forward for Schimper. Back to Wittenkamp. And tried to thread through for Connard. Connard gets a nice tackle in. Now she'll come forward. Alexis Connard gonna go for goal, just over. Almost snuck it in, top 90 near post. Talked about it the last couple of broadcasts, just the amount of effort and the high motor that Connard plays with can really impact the game in several facets. Jones tried to flick it over the head of a Bulldog defender and run onto it, but instead it will go out of play for a throw for the Bulldogs. Throw in one by Jones, knocks it forward for Stiggs. Stiggs dispossessed. Ball trickles back towards Ezel. Ezel playing it far side for Faber. Marika Faber may have an option in the middle. Batarak is there. She will go that way. Batarak ducked. Ball will trickle onto her foot. Ezel's shot is not fully made. Schimper now going for goal, claimed by the keeper. So the Wildcats have taken the first 3 shots of this one. And we'll trickle all the way out of play back here upon the restart. Good crowd on hand for this one tonight. Both sides showing their support for their respective teams. Of course, again, it doesn't really matter what sport it is. A rivalry game is going to draw a crowd, especially in postseason play. Wittenkamp now. And Deacle will be taken down. A foul will be whistled. Ava Green, the guilty party. Flips the field. Does Deacle over to Rodney. Looking for Jones down the flank, and too much on it. Throw for Gulf Coast. Launched out of play. Throw taken quickly. Rodney gets it to Stiggs, back to Ezel. Chloe across the field towards Faber. I think that may have actually been intended for Schimper. Schimper ducked under it. Out wide. And too much on it, as it'll go out of play for a goal kick. Mistake almost cost the Wildcats there. Plays it quick to Wittenkamp. Emily forward for Stiggs. Stiggs knocking it forward for Jones. Jones going to try to track it down. And she will not be able to get to it. Play restarts. Wittenkamp thunders it forward. Chested down by Batarak. Tried to knock it out for Jones. Ended up going right to a Bulldog defender. Ball forward, won by Rodney. Bulldogs still with it. Cuts inside. Tackled. Keeps possession. Knocked inside. And they're going to whistle her offside. Wildcats all at sea there defensively. Jones with it. Forward for Batarak. And Batarak a heavy touch. So we'll go out of play for another goal kick. Alvarez checking in for Batterack. Alvarez wins it, holds him off for Faber to get the ball. Faber knocks it back to Deacle. Forward for Alvarez. Alvarez turns, cuts inside, plays it out for Stiggs. Stiggs across goal for Jones, and it's blocked. Jones' shot is blocked, and now here come the Bulldogs. Playing it forward, Copair coming out and sends it away as it'll go out of play. And it'll eventually go out of play. Wittenkamp booms it off of a Bulldog player. Emily Taylor checking in now. She'll give Ezel a breather. Taylor plays it back to Rodney. Forward for Jones, takes a deflection. Stiggs wins it, plays it to Schimper. Schimper tried to find Jones. Bulldogs get it. Somehow tight ropes the sidelines with it, but gets dispossessed as she comes back into play by Schimper. Deacle has to thunder it forward. Taylor keeps it in play. Dispossessed. Will trickle out of play for a throw.
Keep working, ladies. Let's go.
Stiggs heads down. Taylor knocks it forward. Nobody home for Pearl River. Tapped out of play by Jones for a Gulf Coast throw. Tackle, but the ball goes out of play. Another Bulldog throw. Faber gets possession. Rodney nips it towards the middle. Ball still not fully on the ground yet. But when it does finally reach the ground, a Bulldog has it, except for Deacle launches it away. Faber back towards Copair. And a scramble as the Wildcats are just kind of all over the place right now. Towards the middle and knocked away for a corner. cleared away by Deacle. And Copair going to claim it. Goal kick right to a Gulf Coast player. Cross attempt blocked. And we'll take a deflection and go to play for a goal kick. Headed down. Eagle tracks it down. Faber couldn't keep it in play. Jones out. Jessica Lawrence in. Faber out. Nielsen coming in. Also coming back in as Batterack. She'll take Stiggs' place. Over the head of Deacle. Cross is easily claimed by the keeper as headed up. Foul against Nielsen. Some good acting chops. Headed up by Wittenkamp and claimed by Copair. She'll sling it out towards Taylor. Taylor knocks it forward. Played even further forward. Too far, even for Taylor's speed. And then a deflection off of Lawrence. We're going to play for a throw. Bulldogs with it. Deacle wins it, knocks it towards Nielsen. Wittenkamp out wide to Rodney. Lawrence gets onto it. And then a deflection behind on the cross attempt and a set piece for Pearl River. Kostmeyer going to check in for Schimpert. Moving Kostmeyer further forward. Nielsen towards the middle. Misses everyone. Batterack can't get to it and will pop it up. Kostmeyer keeps it in play. And a foul. Official waited till play had well passed. Another foul whistled. Over and behind. Nielsen gets her feet tangled up as it goes out of play. Somehow stays with the Bulldogs. Wide of the post. Now the Wildcats can barely get it out of the area. Kostmeyer brings it forward now. Played towards Nielsen. Another errant pass. Eventually trickle out of play for a throw. Rodney takes it. Gets it into Batterack. And a foul. Free kick. Lawrence sends it back to Rodney. Wittenkamp over to Kostmeyer. Out to Deacle. Down the line for Nielsen. Freddie. Off the post. And sent out of play by the keeper for a throw for Pearl River deep. In the Bulldog half, Kostmeyer going to jog forward to take it. As that is about, I think, as close as you can get to the corner flag. Kostmeyer will move the ball back over a little bit. Towards Batterack, headed up into the air. Alvarez gets a touch on it. Back to Lawrence, and then she'll be dispossessed. Headed up by Rodney. Rodney gets it. Alvarez, one tap out wide to Lawrence. Tried to get it to the middle. Cleared away. Kostmeyer. Forward for Alvarez. Lawrence onto the ball. Wittenkamp taps it across to Copair. Connard with it. Nielsen scoops it inside for Taylor. Back out towards Nielsen, and too much on it. Kostmeyer. Connard. Wittenkamp. To Rodney. Tried to play it forward for Connard. Copair going to come out and claim it. Eventually and slings it out to Taylor. Now Nielsen. Kostmeyer. Tried to find through Lawrence. And Eagle just unable to keep it in play. Two subs for Pearl River. Three subs even, as Connard, Alvarez, Taylor out, as well as Freddie Nielsen. Ezel back in, Faber in. Jones back in as well. Schimper also in. And out of play. Headed on by Jones. As Wittenkamp didn't touch her, she just lost her footing, but that's how it goes. Bulldogs having some trouble lining up for the free kick there. And Copair could not claim it. And Haley Moore makes it 1-0. Very tame effort, all things considered, and Copair couldn't hold it. The Wildcats have just not been able to win many midfield battles so far. Knocked away. Into the middle. And a foul. They're going to make Rodney and Deacle change sides. Rodney forward for Faber, back to Rodney. Throw for the Wildcats. Faber forward to take. Stiggs checks in for Lawrence. Schimper turns. Tried to play it inside for Jones. Goes way out of play, further forward even. For a Wildcat throw, they're going to bring Kostmeyer forward, try to loft it into the box. Instead, she'll throw it into Schimper. Blocked. Jones gets it, taps it back towards Ezel. Ball deflects around. Ezel right to the keeper. Two Bulldogs collide. Batterack gets possession. Cross for Jones, and maybe an ill-advised pass there. Jones eventually tracks the ball down and will immediately be dispossessed. Offsides awarded. And a bad ball forward. Batterack tried to back heel to Jones, and Jones first times it right to the keeper. Foul against Jones. Claimed by Coper. Got a play off of a Bulldog. Sub for the Wildcats. Alvarez coming in for Jones. Rodney to take it. Throw is into Kostmeyer. Wittenkamp. Wide for Deacle. Trying to get it to Batterack. Batterack will get onto the end of it. Inside towards Stiggs. Knocked away. Kicked back forward by Kostmeyer. Headed back forward. Wittenkamp with it. Wide for Stiggs. Headed on by Batterack to the feet of Alvarez. Scoops it across to Schemper. Schemper out wide for Faber. And Marika is dispossessed. Schemper gets on the end of the errant pass. Pips it back towards Rodney, towards Alvarez. Alvarez knocks it down. Abby Batterack, and she can't get onto it cleanly. Had a wide open goal. And that'll do it for the first half. A fortunate goal for the Bulldogs, have them out in front. And so we will take a break here on prccmedia.com and come back for the second half.
Hey Wildcats, it's Carrie Eve, inviting you to join the Wildcat family here at Pearl River Community College, where my story starts here. Live your life the Wildcat way and let the world know why PRCC is where your journey to success begins. You can join the Wildcat family from anywhere you are. With a variety of start dates throughout the semester, PRCC locations in Poplarville, Forest County, our new Hancock campus, and plenty of online options, you can start your story at Pearl River today. Visit prcc.edu. My story starts here at Pearl River Community College.
At Hancock Whitney, no is a beautiful thing because our personal checking accounts give you no NSF fees and no minimum balance requirement. We also have no overdraft fees on overdrawn balances of $10 or less and no waiting with early pay that gets you paid up to 2 days sooner. No is a beautiful thing. Open an account today at HancockWhitney.com. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC.
Pawpaw's Campers in Picayune. We're not that far from where you are. If you're looking for a new or used trailer, fifth wheel, or motorhome, make that short drive to Picayune. You'll be glad you did. Or just browse our website, pawpawsniceprice.com. That's pawpawsniceprice.com, or call toll-free 800-728-2267. Pawpaw's Campers in Picayune. Having fun, selling fun. Come and see us.
That's a good RV, Pawpaw.
Dude, you're looking ice cold.
You look ice cold, bro.
Guys, somebody's coming. Somebody's coming.
Let's do it.
There comes a day,
Gonna be a day
when I'll be the one
you dream. It's
gonna be great.
Dude, are you crying?
Left center field, Hendon waits for it. He's got it! William Carey is back to the NAIA World Series. They win it 11-4. William Carey finishes the regular season 15-3, winning it here at home 78-70. The Crusaders are conference
play to win. But when sports injuries occur, you can rely on Encore. Our professional team treats all types of sports-related injuries for athletes of all ages. Our licensed therapists work closely with the patient, your family, and physician to get you back into action quickly and safely. At Encore, we love to see you move. Log on to EncoreRehab.com for a location near you.
We celebrate the athletes, the buzzer beaters, the record breakers, the wins. Now, it's time to celebrate the people behind it all. The advice givers, the community shapers, the game changers, the life changers. It's time to celebrate our coaches. Join all of us at BSN Sports and show your coach some love by sharing their story with #ThankYouCoach.
At William Carey University, we're proud to have a long-standing relationship with community colleges. And we're one of the few colleges that accept career technical hours for degree completion. Continue your journey from community college and let us help you take the next step towards your future.
I transferred from Pearl River Community College.
I transferred from Mississippi Delta Community College.
I transferred from Tyler Junior College, and I play soccer here at Carey.
The moment I realized it was more than just baseball was during the transfer process. The people I had to come in contact with to get my transcripts in and get all the forms I needed, and they helped me in every aspect. They got me exactly what I needed.
I played drums all my life. What really caught my attention was when they said they would build a studio. So right then and there, I made a phone call.
So I've been able to learn a ton of new things, though I might not exactly know what I want to do when I leave Carey. It's preparing me for several different options.
I realized that this place is where I wanted to be. I transferred for volleyball, but the business degree program here at Carey played a huge impact on my decision. I definitely believe that the School of Business and Carey are preparing me for whatever is to come in the future.
As a math major, I got to meet some of those faculty, and now being here, having taken those classes, I realized that the classes are really intimate and they really care for their students.
I got a Bachelor's of General Studies with Math and Business as my 2 concentrations. Then from the community college, I got the drone certification, unmanned aircraft. What I went to college for allows me to use my skills to make things easier for other people.
Everyone feels welcomed. It's just a really big group of people that you don't feel like an outsider.
I'm Emily.
My name is Brady.
I'm Avery.
My name is Kenny.
My name is David.
My name's Megan, and I'm glad I transferred to Carey.
Contact us today and learn how we're making college affordable with our low tuition, high scholarships, and free textbooks.
At Hancock Whitney, no is a beautiful thing because our personal checking accounts give you no NSF fees and no minimum balance requirement. We also have no overdraft fees on overdrawn balances of $10 or less and no waiting with early pay that gets you paid up to 2 days sooner. No is a beautiful thing. Open an account today at HancockWhitney.com. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC.
Hey Wildcats, it's Carrie Eve, inviting you to join the Wildcat family here at Pearl River Community College, where my story starts here. Live your life the Wildcat way and let the world know why PRCC is where your journey to success begins. You can join the Wildcat family from anywhere you are. With a variety of start dates throughout the semester, PRCC locations in Poplarville, Forest County, our new Hancock campus, and plenty of online options, you can start your story at Pearl River today. Visit prcc.edu. My story starts here at Pearl River Community College.
Dude, you're looking ice cold.
You look ice cold, bro. Guys, somebody's coming. Somebody's coming.
Let's do it.
There comes a day when I'll be the one you dream. It's gonna be way.
Dude, are you crying?
Pawpaw's Campers in Picayune. We're not that far from where you are. If you're looking for a new or used trailer, fifth wheel, or motorhome, make that short drive to Picayune. You'll be glad you did. Or just browse our website, pawpawsniceprice.com. That's pawpawsniceprice.com, or call toll-free 800-728-2267. Pawpaw's Campers in Picayune. Having fun, selling fun. Come and see us.
That's a good RV, Pawpaw.
Welcome back here in Poplarville. The Wildcats have made their way out onto the pitch, trailing a goal to 0. So it was a back and forth first half. The Bulldogs found a goal through a free kick, sailed into the upper 90 through the hands of Natasha Coper, the keeper for Pearl River. Bulldogs starting out on the front foot here. And Coper just going to claim that one. Wittenkamp with it. Forward for Stiggs. Stiggs flipping it out wide for Ezel. Chloe Ezo knocking it forward for Badarak. Badarak takes a shot and into the arms of the keeper. It's the Wildcats claim the first shot of the second half. Chested down by Kostmeyer. Forward for Ezel. Ezel trying to find Nielsen and will eventually find Badarak. Badarak knocking it forward for Stiggs, and Stiggs just unable to run onto the end of it. As every deflection there hit off of Bulldog winger. Headed up and behind for a goal kick. Wittenkamp. Wide for Rodney. Stiggs with it. Stiggs turns, plays it towards the middle for Schimper. Schimper. Nielsen. Nielsen out wide for Stiggs. Allie Stiglitz towards the middle. Headed down. Deflected around and cleared. Kostmeyer wins it, sends it forward, trying to get it to Connard. Launch down the flank out of play for a throw. Ball deflects around. Pipped forward. Out of play, another Wildcat throw. Nielsen tried to play Batterack down the line. Couldn't catch up to it. Throw gets things going. Wittenkamp. Ezel. Back post looking for Stiggs. And we'll go out of play off of Stiggs. Headed back forward by Stiggs, and she's just going to let it go out of play for another throw. All the way back towards Copair. Eagles' pass is intercepted. Knocked forward. Batterack looking for Nielsen. Nielsen gets onto it. Had it away. Conard's follow-up is blocked, and we'll go all the way back to the keeper. As I think Nielsen had Stiggs wide open here near side towards the back post. Nielsen to Ezel. Cleared away, out of play. Pearl River throw. Cleared away. And she'll get on to the end of it. Knocked away by Wittenkamp and cleared. To Ezel. Cross to Conard. Right forward for Ezel. For Nielsen. Back heeled towards Ezel. Tried to get it to Stiggs, but it's headed away. Good job by Rodney. Wittenkamp looking for Nielsen. Threads the needle and finds her. Towards the middle. Oh, and she's pushed down in the box. She's pushed down in the box. And that will be a penalty. As the defender there, I'm really not sure what your complaint would be. And so that'll be a penalty awarded. Nielsen will take it with a chance to square things at 1. Sophomore out of Denmark stands over it. Back up, she'll look things over. Hands on the hips. She's ready. Fast run up, slows down, sends it into the corner, and Freddie Nielsen bags it. And we're tied at 1 on Freddie Nielsen's 4th PK conversion on the year. Cool, calm as you like it. And we'll have a substitution. Bacharach checks out. Alvarez checks in. Schimper wins the ball, knocks it out towards Stiggs. Stiggs gets onto the end of it. Into the middle towards Schimper. A lot of grass for Schimper. She'll play it over to Connard. Connard out wide for Deacle. Deacle tried to thread it inside to Alvarez. It's knocked away. Ezel tries to track it down. Will get onto it. Cuts inside, now cuts back. Taps it forward for Deacle. Deacle to the middle. And misses the headed attempt of Freddie Nielsen and cleared only as far as Ezel. Ezel's follow-up shot is blocked and will go out of play for a throw. Jones coming on for Pearl River. She'll take Freddie Nielsen's place. One the score. Headed on by Jones, and then it'll be cleared away. Deacle tracking back. Gets onto it. Finds Wittenkamp across to Walker Rodney. Back to Copair. Natasha forward to midfield. Tried to find Connard. Will get to Stiggs. Played back to Copair. Natasha to Wittenkamp. Amelie into the midfield. Makes its way out to Deacle. For Alvarez. Out to Ezel. Ezel forward for Jones. And a very late decision by the lino on the far side. Jones had already got possession and was dribbling around for about 5 seconds before he put his flag up for offsides. Headed down by Ezel. Knocked forward for Jones, cleared away. Wittenkamp heads back forward. Rodney can't get a clean touch on it. Gets it around Stiggs. Crosses blocked. Follow up, cleared. Towards the far side, and the headliner's flag is up. And it'll be offside. Play restarts. Connard out wide for Deacle. Jones knocks it forward for Stiggs. And I have no idea how you read that as offsides. Wildcats come out of the scrum with it. Taken down from behind. Gonna call her back. And I'll give kudos to the official there, as Moore was giving him all she could handle after the call. He still let her off with a warning. Jones gets it. Tap back towards Ezel. Ezel takes it around, knocks it towards the middle, headed up by Alvarez. Alvarez couldn't find it. And it'll be claimed by the keeper. Throws it out wide. And a brilliant job by Alvarez. Play restarts. Headed on. Miskicked and claimed by Coper. Rolls it to Connard. She just runs out of room. Wittenkamp wins it. Wittenkamp. Somehow the Wildcats keep possession. Alvarez knocks it forward. Looking for Jones. Holly Jones. Holly Jones, it's saved. Alvarez gets it and fires it into the side of the post. Jones just could not squeeze it. Stiggs will check out. Lawrence in. Ball played forward, right to Ezel. And a foul is not whistled, and they're going to rule her offside anyway. Will be headed out of play for throw for Gulf Coast on the far side. Booted by Kostmeyer. By Alvarez, headed up by Connard. Lawrence gets possession. Lawrence tried to play it out wide for Ezel. Will be deflected back to Deacle. Inside to Connard for Schimper. Trying to get it to Lawrence. And Gulf Coast will get possession on another testy challenge. And nice save by Coper. Rodney into the middle to Connard. Out wide for Ezel. Back forward for Connard. Knocks it inside for Alvarez, and it'll take a deflection and be cleared. It's a deflection off of Ezel. The offside whistled. Play restarts. Jones stops, takes it, turns, keeps it. Jones knocks it forward for Lawrence. And it'll be cleared away. Back to Rodney. Alvarez for Schimpert. Out wide for Lawrence. Cross is blocked. We'll go out of play off of the corner flag for a throw. Two subs, Batarak and Faber for Jones and Connard. Rodney taking it. Headed down. We'll go back out for a throw. And instead, they're going to swap Rodney out for Kostmeyer. Headed away. Rodney tries to track it down. We'll let it go out of play for a throw. Gets it to Wittenkamp. Out wide for Deacle. And somehow Faber whistled for a foul on the far side. And now they're going to change it to possession for the Wildcats, thrown to Alvarez. And now that'll go out of play. Knocked out of play by a Wildcat. Cleared away by Wittenkamp. Shot claimed by Coper. And Lawrence gets caught up on a Bulldog defender. Out of play for a throw for the Wildcats. And a sub for both sides. Schimpert out. Alvarez out. Freddie Nielsen in. Connard in. Bulldogs get it. Copert to Rodney. Wittenkamp out wide for Deacle. Back to Kostmeyer. Kostmeyer loses possession. Knocked inside and will trickle behind for a goal kick. Copair restarts by sending it to Rodney. Rodney was going to try to play Freddie Nielsen, had Lawrence very close to her, probably could have knocked it to her first. Good job by Faber to win the ball. Freddie Nielsen back towards Ezel. And the Bulldogs will get it. Played deep down the field, but Copair will get it. And they're going to say Batterack fouled. Ball knocked around in the air. Batterack gets it. Knocks it forward for Nielsen. Freddie Nielsen trying to get onto it. Still Freddie Nielsen, and a nice foot save by the keeper. And that is a very, very, very dumb thing to do. That is a yellow card awarded, as not only did she take Kostmeyer down, but then just not sure what the thought process was there. Isabella Reynolds. Ezel out wide to Deacle. Nielsen taps it, knocked towards the middle, and Faber couldn't get enough hook on that one to bring it back. Alvarez checking in for Lawrence. Connard gets onto the end of the loose ball, scoops it out wide, tried to find Faber. Marika just couldn't get onto it. Wildcat throw on the far side. Tried to find Alvarez. Batterack. Batterack. Backheeled by Nielsen and just wide. Nielsen just wide of the post. And then Alvarez, throw goes into her. She chests it out of bounds. Wittenkamp. Back to Copair. Boomed out of play for a Wildcat throw. Throw is in. Bulldogs with it. Gonna have an opportunity. Coper claims it. Aggressive keeping by the freshman out of Poland. She'll roll it out to Kostmeyer. Knocked forward for Connard. Connard for Freddie Nielsen. Freddie. Freddie scuffed the pass, and it goes out of play for a goal kick. Goal kick. Headed up by Deacle. Knocked forward for Batterack. Batterack back towards Wittenkamp. Emily taps it to Connard. Back to Rodney. Back to Copair. Natasha knocks it to Maddie Kostmeyer. Forward for Deacle. Deacle trying to feed it down the line for Batterack. Sent out of play for a throw. Faber takes, gets it to Batterack. Batterack tried to knock it back forward for Faber, but it will go out of play for a Gulf Coast throw. Headed up by Faber. No clear possession established. It will trickle all the way back to Kostmeyer. Plays it forward for Batterack. Batterack tries to send it to Alvarez. Misplayed by a Bulldog. Alvarez with it towards the middle, and it will be behind Nielsen and be an easy counter opportunity for the Bulldogs. Connard with a nice tackle. And it will go out of play for a throw. What a job by Lexi Connard. Freshman out of Stone. Stiggs checks in. Thrown into the middle to Schimper. Bulldogs get possession. Trickle way back into the Pearl River half. Kostmeyer knocks it forward for Schimper. Plays it across to Wittenkamp. Into the middle for Stiggs. To Schimper. Trying to get it to Alvarez. Alvarez storming forward. Haley Alvarez is taken down in the box, and it'll be another penalty opportunity. Why would you do that if you're the defender? I have no idea. An egregiously bad decision. And so Freddie Nielsen has a chance. And again, watching the replay there, I have no idea what was going through the defender's head there as you just shove her on the ground in the box. Here's Nielsen. Nielsen! 2-1 Pearl River! Freddie Nielsen. Randers, Denmark. 2-1, Pearl River. They'll sub her out for Chloe Ezel. Deacle. Knocked forward. Sent out of play by Faber. And Deacle just going to watch that one roll past her. We'll go out of play for a Wildcat throw. Emily Taylor checking in for Marika Faber. Sling it forward, headed on by Alvarez. Lofting it far side, and she will run out of room as it runs out of play for another Pearl River throw. Abby Badarak will check in for Haley Alvarez. Walker Rodney will take the throw. Rodney throwing it towards Badarak. Possession is won for the moment by the Bulldogs. Ezel, and will tackle it, send it out of play for another throw. Headed forward. Ezel knocks it back towards Wittenkamp. Wittenkamp clears it. Opposite side of the field. Deacle not going to be able to get out there as it'll go out of play for another Bulldog throw. And Gulf Coast going to bring a lot of bodies forward. Throw towards the box. Headed up. And behind for a goal kick. 10 minutes to go. 2-1 Wildcats. 2 goals through penalty kicks by Freddie Nielsen. Wittenkamp to Rodney. Forward for Stiggs. Stiggs down the line for Badarak, and she'll just run out of room. Throw goes in. Stiggs gets a touch on it. Will get it. Taps it down the line for Badarak. Abby Badarak gets onto it. It's kill time, and it'll go out of play for a Wildcat throw. Kostmeyer will take the throw.
Way to go, Nines. Good job.
Kostmeyer lofts it for Stiggs. Headed, knocked away, and cleared at the last moment. Taylor got a headed attempt on it. And heck of an effort by Emily Taylor. So it will go out of play for another Pearl River throw. Kostmeyer. Knocked down. Stiggs pushed down on the box. No whistle. Ball gets cleared for another throw. That was almost the third consecutive PK attempt for what probably should have been, but Rodney chested down by Batterack. Played it back towards Rodney. Connard. Going to be a foul. So a free kick for the Wildcats. As Stiggs standing in the area. Instead, they'll move her away. They're bringing Wittenkamp forward to get into the box, dropping Kostmeyer back. Moving Stiggs away. Chloe Ezel will stand over it. The sophomore out of Ocean Springs. And I'm really not sure what's going on now, as the official is having a conversation with Stiggs and one of the Bulldog players. I guess they were kind of wrestling for positioning. Ezel. Headed over and behind by Schimper. Freddie Nielsen checking back in for Pearl River. Batterack out. Headed up by Nielsen. Knocked down by Connard. Gulf Coast gets it. Into the middle they go. Oh, and a nice job by Kostmeyer to block the pass. Down the flank they go. Cleared away by Kostmeyer. Wittenkamp is just going to knock it forward and out of play for a throw. And knocked out of play for another throw. Knocked down. Freddie Nielsen. Freddie Nielsen. And she'll kick it out of play off of a Bulldog. So go out of play for a throw. 5.5 minutes in this one. Batterack going to check in. Nielsen with it. Knocked back to Walker Rodney into the middle for Chloe Ezel. Ezel, good bit of space. She'll try to knock it down the flank for Taylor. Out wide. Down the line. Cuts inside. And it'll be a foul against Kostmeyer. So a free kick for the Bulldogs. Be about 4 minutes. Claimed by Copair. And a handball. So it'll be a free kick. Ezel will stand over it. Headed away. Batarak gets onto it. Batarak knocking it forward for Nielsen. Freddie Nielsen. Freddie Nielsen to Schimper! 3-1. Allie Schimper. Freddie Nielsen probably could have taken it herself, but instead she gets Schimper involved. And with 3 minutes left, Pearl River's ahead by 2. So 3-1 the advantage. What a second half for Freddie Nielsen. What a second half for the Wildcats. Batarak knocks it away. Now the Wildcats with an opportunity to break. Emily Taylor with it. Emily Taylor down the flank. She'll be tackled. She'll get it back immediately for the moment. Cuts inside, knocks it across towards Ezel. Chloe Ezel pips it down the line, and the Wildcats just trying to burn as much time as they can. That'll be knocked out of play, a throw for Pearl River. 2.5 minutes to go. Again, Wildcats not going to be any really major hurry to get down there and take the throw. Be Kostmeyer with it. Alvarez. How to play another Pearl River throw, 2 minutes. And they're just going to throw it into kill time again. Out of play. Gulf Coast throw. Throw goes in. Headed up. Out of play, another throw. Lofted over the top. And a foul whistled against Alvarez. Some hand fighting. Free kick. Towards the box. Headed away by Bacharach. Booted back forward. Knocked away. And I think they'll have a corner. Gulf Coast will have to take this extremely fast. About 30 seconds left. She stands over it. Towards the middle. Knocked away. Misplayed. Blocked. Knocked away and cleared by Lawrence. And that should do it here in Poplarville. Throw. And knocked away, and the Wildcats advance to the semifinals, courtesy of Freddie Nielsen. 2 goals and an assist. Allie Schimper bags a goal as well. And the Wildcats take it 3-1, a come-from-behind victory from down 1-0. They take it. And we will take a break here on PRCCmedia.com, and when we come back, we'll be joined by Freddie, as well as Anna Grace Deacle on PRCCmedia.com.
Make sense of your sense at Pearl River. Get a top-notch education at a fraction of the price. The return on your investment will go right back into your pocket. Live your life the Wildcat way and let the world know why PRCC is where your journey to success begins. You can join the Wildcat family from anywhere you are. With a variety of start dates throughout the semester, PRCC locations in Poplarville, Forest County, our new Hancock campus, and plenty of online options, you can start your story at Pearl River today. Visit prcc.edu. My story starts here at Pearl River Community College.
At Hancock Whitney, no is a beautiful thing because our personal checking accounts give you no NSF fees and no minimum balance requirement. We also have no overdraft fees on overdrawn balances of $10 or less and no waiting with early pay that gets you paid up to 2 days sooner. No is a beautiful thing. Open an account today at HancockWhitney.com. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC.
Okay. Back here on PRCCmedia.com, Freddie Nielsen and Anna Grace Deacle on the way. And so, a shaky start, but I'm sure a very motivational speech at halftime by Coach Madsen. But, you know, Freddie will kind of start over this way. You know, down 1-0 at the half, this is a team that beat you guys already this year. They were really in the first half, but you guys were really able to start creating some things. Interesting decisions by their defenders, but you guys made the most of it. So kind of talk about the 2 PKs you scored and just kind of how you kept your composure, especially on that first one to tie the game.
Yeah, it was 2 hard ones, like being down 1-0 and have to make it even, and then the second one coming in front, like it's mentally like so hard, but I'm trying to be so confident and trying to tell myself I got it, and I got it.
So AG, we'll throw it over to you. Been a mainstay in the back line, you know, for 2 years now. So just talk about, you know, how you've been able to acclimate Maddie and Walker and get them acclimated to playing in the back line, especially for next year.
It was actually way easier than I thought because off the field we're really, really close. So I think our chemistry on the field reflects our friendship off of the field. And they listen to me, I listen to them. Like there's not she's a sophomore, so I listen to her, and she's a freshman, so I'm not going to listen to her. We communicate so well. Amelie too. We just have such good chemistry, and I think it shows when we're all playing together on the field.
So about midway through the first, started on the opposite side from where you were, but Coach Madsen almost looked like he maybe saw something different, and so kind of flipped you 2 around. Just kind of talk about that decision.
I think he flipped me and Walker just to kind of change how we were defending Linda, because she's a very quick strong player, and just to switch some things up, see what works better, see what doesn't.
So we'll kind of talk to you. Again, this is a team, arch rivals. They beat y'all at their place earlier this year. You get to come back and you beat them at your place now. So just talk about, the preparation this week going into a game like this against a rival in the playoffs, knowing they've already beat you once this year.
I think this week has been so good. Like, we have been so good to each other, like motivating each other. We came out of the Itawamba game like as the best game we have played this year. Like, we came into this game like so good. We were so prepared. Everyone was so motivated. Everyone just wants to show that this is our place. And I really think we did good.
We knew they beat us before, but we did not let that hurt us at all. If anything, it was like a fire under us. Like, it's not happening again. We're a completely different team than we were then. We've improved so much on the field, off the field. The preparation this week, we did a lot of crosses in, finishing, and a lot of team bonding, and I think that shows on the field very well because we work so well together. Even when we go down, we don't quit. That pushes us to work even harder.
So lastly, we'll talk about, final home game for you guys this year. So Freddie, we'll start with you. Just kind of talk about, Pearl River as a whole, but also just what it's like to get to play a game this big at your own place in front of your own home crowd.
It means so much. It means it's so special that you get to say this is our last game. It's so nice that you can be prepared for this is your last game. We knew this was our last game, but it's so sad. This has been the home for the past 1.5 years. And being an international, this is my home. Yeah.
There's really nothing like Pearl River. I might be biased, but anywhere I've went, I was like, it doesn't compare to our Pearl River field. But it's just, this place has become home. The coaches, our teammates, all the staff, our supporters. There's really nothing like playing here, and I'm glad our last game here ended like it did. So it's been a blessing.
First half was a little testy.
A little testy.
All right, well, congratulations. Good luck later this week, and we will now bring over Coach Madsen. So now we'll bring over Coach Madsen and, kind of exhale after the first half. But, so just kind of talk about, we'll get right into that. First half really matched up well with you guys, really were able to push you off of the normal game where you like to play in the middle of the field. They really shut you guys down, especially getting forward. So just kind of talk about, the speech at halftime and the tactical adjustments you were able to make.
I can't really repeat the speech at halftime.
As best you can.
There will be very few words coming out then. I think we came out the first 10 minutes, and I thought we actually played really well and played wide, and then they made a couple of adjustments, and then we had to adjust again. So I thought the first half was probably even. I'm not necessarily sure that they created a whole lot of chances. They got a free kick and they floated it into the back post. I think Natasha probably saves that one 9 out of 10 times, and she just didn't save it today. But then they came out second half, and you could see they wanted it. They wanted to be part of the game, and they didn't mind that responsibility, and I thought that was really awesome to see.
So two bitter rivals, a playoff game, a team that's already this year. They're a very physical bunch, but you guys are also a very physical bunch as well. But it almost looked like in the second half, especially once you guys got into the box, you were able to use that physicality against them and draw some really big fouls. And of course, Freddie, money from those. So just talk about, how you were able to use that physicality and then just the job Freddie did, keeping her composure on two of probably the biggest penalty kicks of her career.
Yeah. No, I think we have good players in there, and when they get the ball at their feet, they're very good with it. And I think Abby got smashed on a turn. It was a great turn by her, and it is what it is in there. So that was really good by her, and Haley with her pace getting in front of that left back. I thought it was just really good. Physicality is just part of the game. So they give it, we give it. That's why it's fun. 2 years in a row we've played them in the playoffs and knocked them out. So that's always fun.
So we'll lastly, talk about We had her over here, she touched on, just how easy it was able for her and Emily to acclimate Walker and Maddie into the back line. So just talk about what Anna Grace has meant, these last 2 years, especially because she saw a lot of time last year too and really, kind of established herself.
Yeah, I mean, AG has been a 2-year starter for us. I think she's the best right back in the league, but like easily. Just very, very good good out there. Nobody can really get past her. And then from a leadership standpoint, she's really good with the girls. She talks to them and makes sure that they all feel good and positive about themselves. And Emily is the same, great leader in there, 2-year starter for us. So it's good to have those two around Maddie and Walker. And then hopefully next year Maddie and Walker will do the same thing to the new freshmen that are coming in.
All right. Well, congratulations, Coach. We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir.
Testy first half turns into a thrilling second half for the Wildcats. They will be advancing to play in the semifinals next week. That'll be on Thursday. You can keep up to date on opponent and times on PRCC Athletics on our app formerly known as Twitter page, now known as X, also on Instagram and Facebook again at PRCC Athletics. This has been Tyler Johnson. We'll be back for another exciting men's game here on PRCCmedia.com.